He is an incredibly kind, warm, and generous person. One thing that really stands out to me about Yzaak is he is a leader in his friend group. Those friends have been together for such a long time, and that's definitely a testimony to his character. He's also brilliant, very intelligent young man, very hardworking, and I know that he has a very bright future. So please join me in helping me welcome Yzaak to his senior presentation.
Okay, we'll start this off. Hello. Hello. Thank you for taking time out of your evening to come watch me talk about my high school experience. First off, I want to talk about directed studies. This is a class where a student will learn about anything they choose for about a month or so. And then at the end of that, they have to talk about it in front of a bunch of teachers and teach them what they learned. I enjoyed this class because I did a few exhibitions about schizophrenia and psychosis and another one about depression and anxiety. And this class really, I guess, kick-started my sort of craze for psychology, which I want to learn when I go to college. I just learned so many interesting things, and also if I learn more about psychology and mental disorders, how I can help, what are signs of it, I can spot them in either loved ones, my friends, or just anybody if I decided to go in a career like that, and I could help at least, which is something I really wanted to do if I go into that career path. One thing I would always look forward to in high school was soccer. I enjoyed soccer so much throughout all of high school. It was one of the best experiences in my life. This most recent season we had, I feel like this team of these wonderful boys right here, I feel like they pushed me more out of my comfort zone. Before, I would kind of hide away in my shell because I would think I was kind of low to the other players. But I feel like this year, these boys knew how to bring someone up, even if they were quote unquote not good. They would tell you what you're doing right, and if you're doing something wrong, they'll tell you politely. They wouldn't be like, "You're doing it wrong. You're supposed to do it like this." They'll give you good pointers. And one of my favorite memories of soccer was, in an away game against Orville. I scored my first varsity goal, and I start running over to my dad. I give him a hug. I say, "That one's for you. That one's for you." That was probably the best moment in most of the soccer I've done in high school. Another thing I want to talk about is my family. There's my dad. Some of you may know him, Yzaak Lopez, my mom, Marcella, my brother Roman. There's me and my brother over there at a WSU game. My dad posing beautifully for a senior picture idea he gave me. And there's me and my mom, me, my mom, and my brother in front of a building at Seattle Pacific. These people mean so much to me. They helped me so much through high school, in my highest highs and my lowest lows. They deserve the world the way they helped me through high school. Whether it was talks with my parents, talks with my brother, whether my brother was telling me his experiences through high school and how it helped me. I feel like the journey I'm going to take into college is just the start of how I'm going to repay my family after everything they did for me, as a big thank you. So, thank you guys. But also with my family, my friends. Here's Xavier holding a little figurine. Gerald, Angel Romero. I don't know why that picture's so pixely. I don't think it's loading in right. And there's Junior Vargas and Xavier Mendoza again. I love these boys to death. I talk to them every day. I make jokes with them. They're just funny dudes all around. And I don't want to pick favorites or anything, but Xavier and Junior are like brothers to me. Without them, I'd probably just be a humongous sad sack through high school, not really talking to anybody. Because Gerald and Angel are, I believe, 2 grades lower than me, so I can't really talk to them that much. I have more friends, but they're the types that don't really like pictures, so I don't really have pictures of them. But without Junior and Xavier, I feel like I wouldn't really know how to laugh as much as I do now. Some gratitude I want to give to my teachers is to Wiggum. She's been really helpful throughout high school. She knows when to listen to a child. She knows how to help someone, and she has such an optimistic attitude. Just being in her class is so much fun. You know, it's not just another boring old class you probably have to sit through and just, this is just for a grade, this is just for me to graduate. Her classes are really fun. I think people kind of climb over each other to get into one of her classes. And the way she pushes some people, motivates them to do better than they can, is really special. I want to give thanks to Coach Junior. When Coach Junior came to Manson to start coaching for the boys, that's when I started getting more playing time in soccer, besides JV. It was really, I guess, really special to me because I don't care if I played 10 minutes. If you were someone, again, if you're quote unquote not good, Coach looked past that. Coach looked at what you were strong in, and he didn't care what you weren't good at, and he said, go in there, and he would tell you what to do, and just go. If you did a mistake, he'd look past that, and he'd give you a few more tries. I feel like Coach believed in me to the point where I felt better about myself in soccer. Like I said, I felt like I was lower than the other players, but when Coach got there, I actually felt like I had a part in the team, and that I could show my worth. And so I want to thank Coach for that. Another person I want to give thanks to is Miss Sorensen. She's been really helpful. She, despite being a lazy student for the first year, I would say, in high school, she really pushed me. Every time, in every conference and every advisory meeting, she'd always, if she saw an F or a C or a B minus even, come on, I think you gotta be better than that. And I would probably just be like, yeah, I gotta be better than that. But then I started to realize that my grades, even in freshman year, do mean something. And she always saw more potential in me. She saw that I could deliver more when it came to school, or just as a person in general. She knew that I can be a better person than what I was acting as now. She made me realize that being a lazy old high schooler for the first few years and then kind of stepping it up at the end of high school wouldn't cut it. So she really taught me how to be a big time high schooler starting early instead of having to catch up at the end. So I want to thank you for that. Some advice I got to the new kids coming around the block is it's okay to change, especially if it helps you reach what you want. I say that because I feel like things I wanted to be when I got older changed a lot. I wanted to be a zookeeper because I thought animals were fun. I like being around animals, but then I realized that sounded kind of boring. And then I wanted to go into marine biology because that sounded interesting too. And then I realized the ocean's scary. So then I got into psychology, which I started learning about in directed studies. And I feel like I feel good about that now. I feel like I can ride the wave a little bit, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll obviously change it, but I feel pretty good about psychology right now. My next steps after high school is to go into Seattle Pacific University and get a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. I like Seattle Pacific University because it's small. You know, I like small places. I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm not too much of a people person. I'm shaking in my britches right now because of all you people here. But it had a good vibe to it. Yeah, If I were to go to WSU, I'd probably be panicking because I'd have to walk up a hill, walk down, walk up, go across the highway or something. While here, as you can see, it's like building there, building there, building there, a building back there. It's not that much walking, which probably isn't good for me because I probably need to walk a lot, but I like how something's right there instead of having to walk across the whole city. Thank you for coming to my senior presentation.